What's going on, my fellow troops? My name is Xavvo and welcome back to a brand new video. So today I'm going to be bringing you the best FSS Hurricane class in Modern Warfare 2. So without blabbering, because that's something I've got a habit of doing in most of these videos, let's just get straight to the class setup. At first, this gun can have some pretty bad recoil problems and not so good range to the damage, but with this class you're going to see a noticeable improvement across all of those cons. So here, as you can see, we're running the barrel, which is the FSS Cannonade. Yeah, it's Cannonade 16. And this one is going to help with the damage range. It's going to help with the hip fire accuracy and the bullet velocity. Of course, it does take quite a hit to ADS and hip recoil control, but over the class, we help negate those problems. So don't worry about that. Next, we've got the FSS OV laser. Now, I've always used this laser across a lot of class setups, actually, because it's just such a good laser. But in this case, it just kind of makes sense as well because it's FSS OV laser and this is the FSS Hurricane, so I mean, why not, right? So this is going to help with the ADS, aiming stability, and sprint to fire speed. Then we're running the optic simply because I just think it makes the gun a lot cleaner. You can see down the sight better with this. So we're using the Slimline Pro. It's the trusty old. I really do like using this. It's just going to give you a really good improvement to precision as well. So next we're running the stock, which is the Demo Fade Pro stock. This is going to help you with some further recoil control. Like I say, this gun does need quite a bit of recoil control on it. And finally, we are running the rear grip, which is the Sakin ZX grip. So this is literally, or the ZX grip, right? I know Americans are going to come at me and say, he says Z, but yeah. This is also helping you with further recoil control. So that's why we're running that. Now, let's go with the tuning. So for the barrel, what I've done is I've done a plus 0.18 towards recoil steadiness because we are going to quite, favor the recoil steadiness quite a lot in the tuning here because the barrels alone and the other attachments don't do such a good job of doing all of the stability for recoil. So we've done that. Then we've done a plus 0.27 towards damage range at the bottom there. And then for the laser, we've gone and tuned that and we've done a minus 0.27 towards sprint to fire speed because you are going to notice without this class the sprint to fire speed can be quite slow and clunky as you're running and just like it's just not good enough. So this is really going to make quite a difference, favoring this quite a lot on the class as well. And then we've done a minus 4.94 towards ADS speed just to help that a little bit more. And then we've done for the optic, because we have actually tuned the optic as well, guys, we've done a minus 1.55 towards ADS speed and we've left the bottom as it is. Then for the stock, I have tuned that and done a minus 0.52 towards ADS speed and a minus 0.31 towards aim walking speed. And then finally, for the rear grip, we've done a plus 0.19 towards recoil steadiness and a minus 0.15 towards sprint to fire speed. So this is the class. I am currently running polyatomic because, like I say, I've said this in a lot of videos. If I'm not using the final camo, it's probably because I'm running through the mastery challenges right here. So let's just hop into some shipment. I don't normally tend to hop into shipment because it's, quite small and generic and everyone's seen that map about 1,000 times in Call of Duty videos, but it's really fun playing shipment. It's going to get me a ton of kills and it's going to really just perform quite nicely. Even though I would like to show off the damage range, I can actually show off some of that damage range right now inside of the firing range so that you guys believe me, so I don't actually get loads of people saying that you're not doing it in a long range map. So this is up here, okay, look at that. Then this is the furthest away, so look at that. That is insane. And then look at that. So this is just the general recoil control on this thing. Obviously, the gun's going to have slow reload time regardless because of its magazine type, which is kind of shit. But look at that. That is insanely powerful at long range. So that is for anyone who doesn't believe me when it comes to the damage range capabilities. So now, let's hop into some shipment. Okay, let's get a move on. Oh god, what is going on? Why is my gun not loaded in? There we go. I killed the guy and I can't even see myself doing it because literally, this game's so weird. Have you guys ever just watched, like, a really random movie, right? Like, that's, like, fun bad? It's so bad to the point where you questioned what the fuck you just watched for the last 1 hour and then you still proceed to watch because it's just too captivating. I swear to God, right? If you guys have got, like, Amazon Prime or some shit, because we all know Netflix has got some pretty bad stinkers on it to begin with, so that's not really anything new. Netflix is kind of the renowned hotspot for garbage churned out movies that are just kind of replicas of one another. But if you're already happy with, rinsing all of your bank account down the fucking drain on a Netflix subscription that isn't really worth it because half the shit on there's not even good to watch, or at least 3/4 of it isn't. For any of you who've got Amazon Prime, I do suggest you watch these two movies, right? One of them's called Land Shark. Yeah, Land Shark. And the other one's called House Shark. So I'm pretty sure House Shark is supposed to be some sort of direct sequel. I don't know how, because it's not really got the same people in it, and it's not the same kind of a shark. You know, one shark's on land, one of them's specifically attached to this guy's fucking house. But the directing of it is so similar, and the camera shots and everything, and the awful fucking practical effects, everything, it's so bad that I'm convinced it's from the same person. But it seems like some actual school college project, right, that someone's just slapped onto Amazon with some kind of license or agreement. And I don't know, because, like, if that's allowed, how the fuck does half of the shit end up on there? Like, someone could literally submit some, like, movie about some, like, rampant gooby-wooby hamster men dancing to Nazi music, you know, butt-fucking each other vigorously. Like, you could find all sorts of shit on there if people were allowed to just submit. Obviously, I'm guessing it'd have to pass some sort of standard, right? But, guys, I'm just gonna say this. If you watch House Shark, oh my god. Like, not only is it so bad, like, literally at one point, there's a camera shot of this shark, which is supposed to be, like, 6 foot tall, and it's like 5 foot wide in diameter or some shit, and somehow it's coming up the fucking toilet. So, I mean, I don't understand how that even happens. But, you know, let's just, like, let's just put aside any of our disbelief. Let's suspend it for a second, and just try and believe that it could happen. Why the fuck did we get a POV of it coming up to this woman's ass who sat on the toilet? But it's so weird. I swear to God, like, you guys have got to watch this movie. It's so bad. I still haven't quite got it out of my head. It was about 2 or 3 days ago and I watched it. And, oh my god, like, me and my brothers have this tendency to just put on shit horror movies once in a while, because we do like to watch actual ones that are actually, you know, objectively good, not piles of shit. You know, we just sometimes put on these bad ones just for a laugh, and we know we get the first look at the front cover. That's usually a good indicator that it's going to be a stinker, and you can also see if it's made in the past, like, 5 years. Anywhere as far back as 2018, it's usually going to be a fat stinker. And they never let down. Honestly, they are just some of the most interesting movies you will ever find. They are so fucking bad and so comically good. Oh my god, So I haven't got that out of my head. All I've been thinking about is that goofy-ass shark and the terrible actors. I mean, it's weird. It's like almost self-aware of how bad it is. I don't know why. I don't even know why it exists. So yeah, Amazon Prime does not have the ability to escape the fun bad movie realm that Netflix has created for itself. Because yeah, Netflix, you'll see all these like Netflix originals and they're just awful. I mean, literally carbon copies. I've seen like probably half a dozen, or if not 2 dozen horror movies on there that have the exact same fucking text. It looks like the Roman numeral text or whatever it is on Windows. It looks like the Roman font, but it also kind of looks a bit like a generic sort of Conjuring horror movie paranormal text, like, and it's in red, and you always just know it's going to be some crap that's been replicated of the previous one, because it just always has Netflix original slapped in the top corner or some shit, like the little watermark. Honestly, this is probably why I don't usually watch too much TV, because I never actually know what's going to be good and what's going to be bad, because nowadays you literally don't get what you bargain for when you put in like a good sum of money into a fucking subscription. You end up getting like 3/4 of them are just absolute shitters. But there was a pretty good movie I watched last night. I mean, it was actually really interesting until the end, where it kind of let itself down. It's this movie called Area 51, right? And it's supposed to be a found footage horror movie. And it was really interesting until about, I'm saying this quite a lot today, but 3/4, guys. About 3/4 of the way into this movie, it was really good. Really suspenseful. It was like a group of people all getting together who'd been planning for months how to break in and how to have all this sort of body thermal stuff so they wouldn't be seen on the cameras from the helicopters and shit, and all the other detecting sensors. They'd found a way to navigate around the mines inside of the Nevada desert, right? They've got all these, like, they've got all these equipment, like jammers and shit, And it's really interesting, right? It's like really methodical and planned out and just kind of interesting and suspenseful. But then it gets to like the last fucking quarter of the thing, and it's so generic. Like, they literally put like these, oh my god, generic alien fucking spacecraft that looks like a like space, like a saucer, like a flying saucer type thing with 3 prongs or 4 prongs coming off the bottom, just sat in a room. And then they've got like these grey guys, you know, the generic alien depiction with black eyes, very, very thin arms and legs, and then big fat heads. And that sort of shit going on. Like, in this random tunnel area. And then next thing you know, they get fucking put in this massive white light of a place, which is supposed to be like a UFO. And they start fucking levitating, like, they start flying. One of them goes flying backwards while the other one's not looking. And then afterwards, when the UFO's going back, like, is like out there, because there's like the big fucking escape where all these aliens have escaped from Area 51 because they've gone in and messed with stuff, right? And they've started to get out. A bunch of these UFOs just start are above the Nevada desert, like they are, you know, when Area 51 hasn't fucking captivated them. This is this UFO just like floating above the car, and it takes the other 2 kids in that went back. Well, one of them went back to the car and made it out of Area 51 somehow, even though he was literally detected. Like, the whole security had located the guy, and he's legging it out of the place, and none of them fucking cared. It's like they almost like didn't give a shit that the guy was literally breaking in and he wasn't one of the authorized personnel or whatever that work there, or military personnel, you know. Like, they just didn't give a shit. This guy just fucking legs it out of the place, and none of them even stopped to question it. They're all too busy running off their own separate ways, trying to handle the alien fucking surge that's happened or some shit. It's so weird. And then when this guy gets back to the car and the other one's sat in the car, like, the UFO fucking pulls them out of the car with its little light beam thing, and it just looks so goofy, like wiggling in the air frantically like a little child that's just had a tantrum, like, whoa, right into the fucking sky. I swear to God, bro. I've not been having the best luck with movies recently. It's just been There's been some good, some pretty stinky, and then that one, it's good and then it turns stinky. I mean, shit. But there you go. I don't know if any of you really cared to know that, but there you go. There's some little rambles about my previous days I've been spending, you know, watching movies. Just great stuff. But yeah, guys, watch House Shark and Land Shark. I watched Land Shark probably a few months back, and that was fucking awful. It was so funny though, because I was in stitches. And House Shark is just even fucking weirder. It's top notch. Would recommend. So if you guys happen to watch this and know any other stinky, oh, by the way, 72 kills to 53 deaths. Fuck yeah, guys, this is why I like Shipment. But yeah, like I was saying, if you guys have got any more recommendations, if any of you want to give me any recommendations for shit movies to watch, please drop them below. I really like watching fun, bad horrors or sci-fis and stuff like that. They're usually like spooky movies, to be honest, but I just kind of like watching them. They're just really funny, and they get a good stitch out of me. Fucking hell, like, I'm damn near dying watching that shit half the time. But yeah, anyway, that's a random ramble. Hopefully you enjoyed the FSS Hurricane class. I personally enjoyed using that because I could switch off. I didn't even have to think. I can't even like conceive of what the past 5-10 minutes what even was. Like, I've been looking at the screen but not even thinking. It really is true. You actually switch onto autopilot playing on Shipment. You don't even think. You just do. I swear to God, I've forgotten. I don't even know half of what happened in that match, but we still came on top with 72 kills. So it really is a fun class to use, and you can really shut off to it and just play with this gun and just have a lot of fun. So I really enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys did as well. And yeah, but anyway, if you enjoyed this video and you enjoy more Modern Warfare 2 content and Modern Warfare 2 class setups, I've got the playlists down below in the descriptions you can check out, as well as my socials, and that includes my Discord. So if you guys are not getting notified for videos for whatever reason and you want to get notified, you can join the Discord where you'll get notified for all videos that drop. There's also a suggestion tab in there as well if you want to leave me any suggestions for videos in that server. As well as that, just check out the rest of the links in the description. But thank you everyone for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye, guys.